Alright, so in this video I am reacting to some creepy horror TikToks, and yeah, so I guess let's get into it because already this video is kind of long, so let's just get into it. Alright, so the first one I have here is a Chuck E. Cheese one. It's been a while since I've been to any Chuck E. Cheese things, so I don't know all of the characters' names. Obviously, I know who Chuck E. Cheese is, but I don't know everyone else's names, so, you know. But anyways, you're gonna wanna watch the dog character, and then at the end of the video, or towards the end, Chucky also does some little things, so, yeah. But it's like, bitch, what the fuck? Okay, I guess they do zoom in on it, but yeah, you can kind of see the dog, his right, our left, his right eye moves towards us, and then Chucky kind of, it looks like Chucky's eye kind of moves a little bit too. Both his eyes kind of shift a little bit, it looks like, which, you know, obviously that could just be because they're animatronics and they are powered, but, you know, you know, it's still kind of creepy, I guess, because, like, it looks like they're not supposed to be doing anything right now, and then their eyes are moving, which is just like, bitch, you're supposed to be turned off right now. Why the fuck are your eyes moving? So, yeah. A lot of people, I guess, thought of Five Nights at Freddy's because of this. So, yeah, it's kind of like, are they possessed? Do people need to check the insides of these animatronics? Because if you know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, you know that there was dead children stuffed into suits. So it's pretty dark, but you know, it doesn't hurt to check, I guess. But also, I guess it would smell pretty bad if there were dead people in the suits. So maybe it's fine. I don't know. But anyways, let's move on to a different video. Okay, so this next one is, I guess, a shadow walks by them or across the hall or whatever, I guess. So, yeah. Um, so I guess they're getting ready for bed, and the camera catches a random shadow when there's no kids in the house. I mean, you can say there's no kids in the house, but how do we actually know that there's no kids in the house? You could be lying for all we know, so, bruh. They turn the light off, and then something zooms by, and then goes back over. So it does look like there's a door there. Because you can see there's a door. And then, but then it's like, where do they walk into over here? Like there, it looks like there's a door here, a door frame. Like there's red around it. Like there's red around this door frame here, and then there's red around this door frame over here. Looks like there might be another door over there that also has red trim or whatever. You can see there's red trim on the floor at the bottom of the wall here. So, you know, there's a door there, and that looks like the ghost or shadow or whatever walks out of that door. But where does it go into? So yeah, it walks out of the door, but then what? Where does it go after that on the wall here? Because it goes to like this little spot here under this circle thing. So yeah, I don't know. It does look like it goes through the door here, but then over here it's like there's a door here, but it goes over this way. So it's kind of like what? Yeah, I don't know. There's people in the comments saying that it looks like a door. It's like, yeah, there's a door there, but like the shadow walks through the door and goes to the other side of the hallway and disappears. So, yeah, I don't know. And then I guess people are saying it looks like the door is swinging open and closes. So I mean, I guess it kind of does look like it might open and close. And you do hear a door close, but that could be because the actual person there is going into a room. So, yeah, that would be like perfect timing if it's the person that's going through a different door that the camera's not looking at. But yeah, but also like, why is there a camera positioned here? Why is the camera here? Like, I feel like usually when people have cameras, it's like at a front door or out out a window or like doorbell camera or something. I don't know how many people really have cameras in their hallways. So like I don't know, it is a little weird that there's just like a camera in the hallway. So yeah, I don't know. It looks like the camera's literally sitting on top of the door frame, which is I don't know. Anyways, I'm spending too much time on this video specifically, so I'm gonna move on to a different video. This next one is actually a two-parter thingy. So they find this like creepy thing outside of their, I don't know, their job or something. Yeah, I guess it's outside the back. So I'm guessing, is it like, yeah, the storefront? So I guess it's outside the back of the store that they work at.
Oh my god, yo, why did the lights yo, like,
It's like a creepy
yo,
mannequin, or
what the
I guess not a
what
mannequin,
is
but
this?
a
Oh
statue. Creepy
my
statue.
god. Oh my god, what the creepy stuff out here, yo, I don't know. Like, yo. Oh my god, yo, why did the lights
And there are people saying that it looks like a Groot statue, which it kind of does in this dark
what the fuck?
lighting. Like with all the ridges and stuff, it kind of does look like some tree person. So yeah, it's kind of creepy. Just sitting there in this dark corner with that orange glowing light. What the fuck? But anyways, there is a second part to this where they show it off in the daytime. And it's not much better even with the sunlight shining on it. So, yeah, it's still kind of creepy. So here is part two. And it does look like he has a big, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it looks like it has no hands either, which is fucking weird. But
Hey y'all, so I'm here to give y'all an
yeah.
update. I am alive, okay? This thing definitely did scare me and my family, and it also scared the nail salon next door to us. Like, the older lady literally almost passed out. They were telling me, like, she was really scared. So apparently we have a tattoo shop next to us. Apparently they had it on top of their building, which no one ever seen, which is super crazy because I'm like, huh? I feel like, well, I was told that they had it there to like protect their building. Like, I don't know if it's like a spiritual type thing. But anyways, we have a new landlord. They told them to take it down, so they put it next door um, to their store, which is kind of like a little scary. But nevertheless, a lot of y'all were saying Groot, um, yeah, and some other things. But y'all, when I tell y'all the statue feels like an entity is in it, like I'm still low key scared going in my store. So I might have to go next door and tell them like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, y'all gonna put this thing away? Because it doesn't just feel like a statue. It feels like there's an entity energy in it. And I told my daughter not to touch it Cause yeah, it just gives that. I don't know what the heck this is, but look at the mouth and the eyes. My daughter says she's seen the eyes. Hey y'all, so I'm here to give.
Yeah, it literally looks like in the dark it looked kind of like a Groot thing, but then in the light it kind of makes me think of The Last of Us. If you've seen like the fungus zombies in Last of Us, it kind of like these orangey, whatever, yellowish things on its like chest and its shoulders. It kind of gives off that look of a Last of Us zombie. So yeah, that's like what the fuck. Yeah, it does not look much better in the daylight. Just like, why is the mouth like that? Why are the eyes like that? Why are the hands missing? And then they said it was like on top of the building to like protect it or some shit. And it's like, is it supposed to like deter people from breaking in, or is it supposed to have some sort of other thing about it that keeps other stuff away? I don't fucking know. It's so weird. It's like this weird mannequin that's made of some foam looking shit. I don't fucking know. It looks like it was kind of burnt a little bit too. Like what the fuck is up with that? Like on the legs and stuff, it's all kind of whitish and looks kind of like it was partially burnt. So yeah, I don't know. Like you know when trees or like pieces of wood get burnt and they're kind of like whitish a little bit on them when they're not completely gone. Yeah, it's kind of looking like that, where it's like burnt logs or something that are kind of whitish. I don't fucking know. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's kind of creepy. Just having a weird statue mannequin thingy outside there, and yeah, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Alright, this one is, I guess, slightly different than some of the other ones, but I thought I would include it because it's supposed to be, I guess, humanoid species discovered and there's strange creatures con video. At first I was like, they're probably just like some weird monkey thing or something, but I guess I don't know why monkeys would be on the cliffs here like this, so I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna hit play and you guys can see it for yourself. Hello, I hit play. I don't know why it does that, where it just does not play sometimes when I hit play, but okay.
So these are actually humans dressed up. They're just actors, guys. It's from an art project back in 2018 from the Norwegian artist Tori Raines. It was inspired by the trolls of the folklore of her country. In fact, here's a video from her Instagram of one of these actors being prepared for filming. Hope that helps.
Yeah, stuff like this just makes me think, like, before you just blatantly believe whatever shit you see on the internet, like, look it up for a moment first. Or try to find, like, try to do a reverse image search or some shit. Like, you could probably take Google Lens or some shit and try to take a picture of it, see if you can find something similar. Because a lot of times it can be like from a movie, or it can be from a TV show or something like this where it's an art project and there's literally other videos of them doing this, or, a short film that someone did on YouTube or something. You know, it could be a lot of things that isn't what you're thinking it is, because a lot of people like to lie on the internet, so it's like you should probably do like a double check and look it up and try to find if there's anything else about it. Too many things I've seen, like, I've seen so many things like this where people are like, oh, there's this and whatever, blah blah blah, and then it's like, guys, it's actually this other thing that's not like that. So, like, bruh. So, you know, before you completely believe things, you should probably try to look it up. And even if you don't find anything when you look it up, you should still take it with a grain of salt because, you know, yeah, like I've seen other things where it's like a story of whatever, and then it ends up being some, like, you only ever see the same story being said over and over again without any proof, and it's kind of just like, bro, I want proof, not just the same thing over and over again. So it's like less likely for me to believe in it if it's just that same thing without any actual thing that's backing it up. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to move on to the next video. Alright, so this next one is, I guess, a ghost under a blanket, but the dog doesn't seem to be bothered, so yeah, I don't know if I'd really believe it unless it's like a chill ghost. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll hit play though.
Stop! Is somebody there? I'm freaking out. Why is it sitting up like that? That's so weird. I got up off the couch. What is going on?
Yeah, I think it just ended up sitting up weirdly, and it kind of ended up looking kind of like a person sitting under it. I don't think there's anything haunted about it. I think it's just the way you threw it onto the couch ended up making it look like a person was sitting under it. And that's why the dog's not faced, because it's just a blanket sitting there. And the dog knows it's just a blanket sitting there, so of course the dog doesn't give a shit. Alright, so this next one is supposed to be, I guess this guy doesn't believe in skinwalkers, so he's gonna go explore the middle of the forest here and I guess prove if they're real or not. So, okay.
Believe in skinwalkers, so I brought myself to the middle of a forest and got lost to prove their non-existence. I decided to taunt them and then started hearing something calling for help outside my tent.
Skinwalker! Skinwalker! Skinwalker!
I honestly have no idea what that was, but there's only one logical thing to do at this point, and that's to venture deeper into the forest until I'm completely lost. I've been warned by so many locals to stay away from this forest, so that's why I'm doing all the things that you possibly can imagine you're not supposed to do. If skinwalkers are real, honestly, I might be in some serious danger, but there's one thing that scares me more than skinwalkers, and well, that's other people. I don't know who or what's out here, but every step I feel like something is watching me, and well, I was soon about to be proven right. I'm getting this feeling of dread, and I soon found out why. Someone has made these figurines and crosses and hung them from the trees. And as soon as I found them, I started hearing this off in the distance after I turned off all my lights and used my infrared camera. I have no idea what that is, but the only way to find out is to venture deeper to find it. I don't believe in skinwalkers, so I brought myself.
Yeah, if you know anything about skinwalkers, you're not, I guess, not supposed to say the actual word skinwalker, I guess. And then you're not supposed to like whistle at night, which I think there's a lot of like legends and stuff where it's like, oh, don't whistle at night, don't do this, don't do that, and yeah, so yeah, I mean, you could literally add the yelling for help thing in editing, and then you could add like the creepy screaming and stuff in editing, so you know, you know, yeah, like unless you actually get a skinwalker on camera, then yeah, I'm just gonna be like, no, don't believe it. So, you know, whatever, I guess. He does have a lot of other videos on this. If you want to go check it out, I might put it in the description or something, but if not, his name on TikTok is Smithereens, or Smith Smithereens, something like that. But he has a bunch of videos where he goes out in the forest and stuff and does whatever. So yeah, I might have to check out some of his other videos. Like maybe I could put more of his videos here, or I can go to a different thing. But yeah, I don't know if I quite believe in skinwalkers yet, though. Alright, I am back on the TikTok page that has it where it's the creepy photos that keep me up at night. And this is part 6 because last video I did like 1 through 5, and so I think I'm going to do 5 more, so 6 to 10. And yeah, if you want to see the actual videos yourself, you can go look up on TikTok the creepy real photos that keep me up at night, and the video should show up. Um, and then their TikTok is also called Tell Me Your Ghost Story Pod. So I guess it's like a podcast or something. But yeah, if you want to go check them out, you should go check them out and give them views and stuff. But yeah, so I guess this is a creepy picture with a dog in it. So I guess let's watch it.
Was posted to Reddit with the caption, "A friend of mine took this picture while chilling on her couch at her previous house, which was very old. I know for a fact that my friend is not messing around, as she simply wouldn't bother to edit a picture or have somebody else edit it just so she could prank her friends. Let me know your thoughts." Yeah, my thoughts are that those are a pair of ghost legs and the dog sees it too. Follow for more creepy real photos.
Okay, I don't know if the start of the video was too quiet because on OBS it wasn't really moving, so I had to turn it up a little bit. Hopefully it wasn't too quiet for you guys, but you know, you can see the caption at the top anyways, I guess. And she was just reading the caption that was at the top. But yeah, you could see that it looks kind of like there was like transparent legs here. If you can't really tell, it's right here's one leg and right here's the other leg, and it looks like the dog's kind of looking up at whoever's standing there. So yeah, it does look kind of like the dog sees it too. Also, there's like subtitles, so I guess if you guys couldn't really hear it, you could see the subtitles hopefully. But yeah, hopefully the audio wasn't too quiet. But yeah, that's kind of weird, but also it does look a little too perfect.
Those are a pair of
So it kind of makes me think it might be an edit because it looks a little too perfect with the way the shape of the legs and the feet are. So yeah, I don't know. It's not that creepy to me, so I guess whatever. Alright, here is the part 7 of the creepy photos that will keep me up at night or whatever. So let's hit play.
Real photos that keep me up at night, part 7. This photo is posted to Reddit with the caption, "I'm not familiar with ghosts and paranormal things, so I don't know the logic behind anything, but I came across this old photo I have from a haunted mansion in Utah. This place was a hot spot to break into during high school, and my friends did it and wanted a photo while I stayed back in the car. The only photo I have is a picture of my laptop screen, but you can definitely still see the figure in the back clearly. Hey, so I don't like that. Follow for more creepy real photos. Creepy real
What the
photos
fuck?
that keep me up. Hey, so I don't.
I mean, it could be a third person that's there that's just in the shadow and has like light reflecting in their eyes. They didn't. It doesn't look like they say how many friends are actually there, so you know. They could have just had this picture and been like, oh, it's perfect to make up the story of like this creepy figure is in the background and we don't know who it is or whatever. So, you know, it's probably just a third friend that they had that's in the shadow because the other two are blocking it. So, yes, it is still creepy looking, but if you just think of logical things, then yeah. I feel like people do need to think more logically about a lot of things, so hopefully videos like this do help you think a little bit more logically about stuff, but yeah. Alright, here is part 8. I guess it looks like a school or daycare something. I don't fucking know. Looks like they have carts, so I don't really know, but okay.
Keep Me Up at Night Part 8. This photo was posted to Reddit with the caption, "Took niece to Fort Worth Museum, got home, she asks, what was this thing in the background?" Yeah, what is that thing? Let's enhance the image. I want to say this is just a worker that was cleaning up that got weird and warped, but why does it have a shroud? Why does it have a skeleton face? Why do its arms look like that? And why are its feet in the cart? The museum even made a statement about the image. Pause to read. Follow for more creepy real photos. Creepy real photos.
Yeah, it does look like
That was
some
cleaning
kind
up.
of ghoul sort of thing. It probably is just one of, like, someone in the background that got distorted. So, I don't know. Sometimes pictures can get a little fucked up, but it does look like they're wearing some, like, weird cloak thing. Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I guess it kind of does look like their legs are kind of in the cart, but then, like, it looks like they're just wearing a purple shirt with blue jeans in it. It's like, are their feet in the cart then? I can't really tell. It's so grainy and weird. And
Even made a
then
statement.
they made a statement, I guess. So, the spokesman from the museum has one thing to say to the public. They ain't afraid of no ghost. That's because there are no ghosts, grim reapers, demons, monsters, or goblins in the museum, or so they think. Becky E. Ed. I don't know how to say the last name, so I rip. But the museum's director of public affairs said on Thursday that since the photo was first published on Reddit 2 years ago, no other visitor has claimed they have seen a ghost-like creature lurking around the museum. Museum staff believe that the shadow er, the shadow is a distorted parent or child cleaning up, she said, adding the lens was simply out of focus because the figure was standing in a dark corner. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, the camera probably just got all distorted from them moving around and doing stuff, and yeah, like that's what happens when, you know, cameras can malfunction, so, you know. I mean, I guess if it's a museum and there's like old stuff there, then like if ghosts are real, they might be attached to it. Like I wouldn't be surprised if ghosts exist and, you know, they are attached to different things, then like a museum that has like Titanic stuff would probably be super haunted because like a lot of people died when the Titanic went down. So, you know, if anything's gonna be haunted, museums are probably gonna be pretty high up on the list of haunted places. So, you know, I wouldn't really rule out a museum being haunted, but also at the same time, I don't know if I can really 100% say if ghosts exist or not. I'm kind of on the fence of that. I can't be like for sure of ghosts existing or not, so, you know, whatever, I guess. Alright, here is part 9. So I guess let's see what the fuck this is. I think I might know this picture, maybe. It does look a little familiar, but we're gonna see.
Real photos that keep me up at night. Part 9. This object was caught on camera at the Amarillo Zoo in Texas, and the city asked for help
I
identifying
think
it.
I do know it.
Who do we
Yeah.
have here? This is a statement by the City of Amarillo's Director of Parks and Recreation. He said, "It's important to note that this entity was outside the Amarillo Zoo. There were no signs of attempted entry into the zoo. No animals or individuals were harmed. There were no signs of criminal activity or vandalism. It is definitely a strange and interesting image." Follow for more creepy real photos. Creepy real photos.
So yeah, I have seen this
Director of
picture
Parks and
before. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like someone in a furry costume or Halloween costume because it looks like some sort of werewolf costume. You know, I think that's what people were saying before when I saw this picture before is that it's probably just a person in costume because that's what it looks like. So it's probably, you know, person in a costume. I don't know what else it would be because it's not like werewolves exist. So, you know, and then like dogs and wolves don't really stand on their back feet like that. Like they would have to have their arms up on something to really do that. So, you know, it's probably just someone in a wolf costume. So, yeah. Alright, here is part 10, and I think this will be the last video for this video. So, yeah, we got some dolls, I guess, which already look a little creepy, so what the fuck else is gonna be creepy about this picture?
Keep Me Up at Night Part 10. This photo was sent in to me by a viewer, and she said, "This was taken in 2001 on a disposable camera and developed a year later at a pharmacy. Myself and 3 friends were at a friend's house getting ready for a school dance. 2 of my friends went into the basement, not a creepy basement, fully finished, to grab sodas from the fridge, and while down there, they snapped a goofy picture of my friend with her old toys. When the picture was developed, there was a girl in the photo with my friend. There were no other people there that day besides my friend's parents. No little kids were there. None of us have any idea who or what it was. The house was nearly brand new, but our town is very old. Boston area suburbs, town settled in the 1600s. I've seen the real physical photo. This is a scanned copy, but the original has since been lost. Follow for more creepy real photos. Creepy real.
You know, they could say that no one else was there and there's no little kids there with them, but like, it's probably a younger sister or some shit. Like, it's probably a younger sibling. You know, they can literally lie about there being no one else there other than like them and their parents. Like, it's probably just a younger sibling or something, you know? I mean, it could also be an edit too, I guess, if they like got it scanned and then like edit in later on a computer when they get it on their computer. So, yeah. But anyways, I guess that's it. So, you know, on to the outro, I guess. So that is it for this video. This one was actually kind of a bit longer, I think, than some other ones. I think so, anyways. I would have to check back on some of them because it's been a little moment since I made one of these videos where I'm reacting to TikToks. But yeah, I do want to do more of these, especially like if TikTok is still getting removed for some people, then, you know, I want to still make a few before that happens. But it's just kind of hard to because, you know, I just end up seeing a lot of the same TikToks that I already watched, and you know, I'm not gonna just do the same ones over and over again. And yeah, and then like some other ones just are not scary or they look like shit because they're like AI and stuff, and it's just like I'm not putting AI in my videos. Like, fuck that. I did before a little bit, but then I was like, why should I put it in my videos? Like, I don't like AI, so like I would kind of call it out and be like, yeah, this is AI, it's fucking stupid. But then at some point I was like, why should I put them in my videos? It's kind of a waste of a spot when I could put better things in or more interesting things and something that I could actually talk about instead of just being like, this is AI, you can tell because of this and that and whatever. So yeah, I don't want to put the AI shit in my videos. So yeah, AI is not good. AI is complete shit. So not doing that shit. But yeah, for some reason, TikTok does not like to give me scary videos in my For You page. Like, I literally have to look for these videos, so it kind of sucks. Or I have to have, like, maybe people somehow send them to me, or, like, at me in the comments of some video. Like, you know, I just end up seeing a lot of the same shit, though. And so it's kind of just ends up being not that many videos that I do like this. So I just, I do really wish I could do like once a week or something, but that's not really gonna happen if it's just the same shit over and over again. So yeah, anyways, though, I guess that's kind of it for this video. So bye.